We've had the appetizer, we've had the salad. Now let's get to the main entree. This morning, we're going to start framing here at the House Edition. So I'm going to start by removing this tie back here and then cutting through the rim board so I can open up the cavity. Okay, now what I need to do is cut this drywall nailer back and actually cut this outer joist back, just enough to bear the LVL on the wall. I've got it all cut out now. I'm going to trim back that corner and I'll start prepping the LVL. But first, I'm going to get out the bottle jack and check it and make sure it can lift the wall. After I cut everything out, I put a tape on it, and the joist is actually 9 inches. It's very odd. It should be 9 1/4. A 2x10 is usually 9 1/4. So what I'm going to do is cut it at 9 inches, maybe just slightly heavy on 9. And then when I set it in, hopefully the load will kind of crush down and make it right on the money. I was about ready to cut that at 9 inches, and I just changed my mind. I think I'm going to cut out the first top plate, the top plate. That way, instead of 9, I'll be able to get 10 1/2. That'll be much, much better. Now what I'm going to do is get my 8-foot level and get a line from the top of that top plate out to a board that I'm going to use to temporarily support the bottom of that LVL. Sometimes size does matter. Even though I have that block on the ground, I still want to put the LVL underneath because I want it to be as solid as possible. So I'm going to take out the thickness of the LVL from the one piece of 2x6, and then I'm going to L a piece of 2x4 of the same length to the side of it, and that'll really make it solid. Anywhere now. The next major objective is to square this LVL to the back of the house. Hopefully, the house itself is square, so I can trust that if it's square to the back, it should be square and in line with the side. We're stopping now. I squared this, but the post that supports it is in the middle. And I don't trust that the board doesn't bow, and it may be fine at the edge, but in where the post is braced, it may not be. So it'll cause the wall to wave. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to put a second brace out here on the outside of this beam. And hopefully that will stabilize it and straighten it out. And then I can really check to make sure that it's straight. I can put a string line on it. And I'm trying to square it a couple points. It's just so long, it's really hard to square something like this. So I finally got it square to where the post is on the inside there, which is only 8 feet out, but the beam extends well beyond that. So what I want to try to do now is I want to plumb the actual post, and then once I'm satisfied with that, I'm going to try to string line the whole beam and try to get it straight. Well, it took a long time, but I'm pretty sure this is as straight as an arrow, and it's square to the back of this house. So I only hope that the back of the house is square to the side of the house, and then we'll be in pretty good shape. So we'll know, once we put the second one over here by the deck side, we'll know how it's shaping up. So now I'm just going to repeat the process over here on the deck side. So here's a minor problem. I'm going to have to cut back this second part of this beam because it comes out so far on the actual top plate that I can't bear my LVLs on it. So it's just a minor issue, but I'll have to do a little more work. So I forgot, on the other side, I cut this plate out. So I went ahead and did this. Now I'm going to jack this up, and then I'm going to do the notch on the LVL, and then I'm ready to set it. Okay, well, I got this beam in, so I'm going to go ahead and start buttoning up some of this wall. 2.25. Oh yeah. Wow, that is really close. It's only an 1/8 inch off. Perfect. I cut it to the outside measurement. Oops. I seem to always install these twice. I'm going to work on my post placement locations, and then I'm going to put a temp in there just for the weekend, I think. So and then I'm going to clean up and probably get out of here. Okay, that's it. I'm not doing any more today. I'm calling it quits now. Okay, well, today was another long day, but I got all the perimeter installed and it's all temped out, ready to go. So I think in the next clip, I'll be digging the holes and then we'll be ready to get the inspection. So I hope to see you then.